I'm going to invite Alan up to talk about money.
I have stuff. Just give me a minute. I know what you're thinking. You'd think I was more prepared. Anybody know what this is? This is the short straw. I drew it. I get to talk to you about money and the fall ask this morning. The ushers are selling earplugs in back for $100. My plan is to explain why we need to do this in simple, hopefully entertaining fashion. If this were a synagogue, it would be much easier. I grew up in a fairly observant Jewish home. Jews raise money directly. If this were a synagogue, I'd be standing at the Hilda Goldstein podium, talking to you on the Murray Steinberg microphone, and you'd be lighting Irving Cohen candles. One night a year, there'd be a service in the sanctuary where congregants come up to the microphone and announce their pledges to everyone. That's how we roll. I can see the looks on your faces, so it's time for a joke. A Jewish couple, Murray and Ethel, are on a plane flying across the Pacific. Suddenly, the captain announces, "Folks, I have bad news. Our engines are failing and the plane is losing altitude. The good news is there's an island down below and I'm confident that I can land the plane safely. The bad news is that this is an uncharted island and it's likely that we won't be found and we'll spend the rest of our lives on this island." Murray turns to Ethel. "Ethel, did you turn off the oven?" "Murray, I turned off the oven." "Did you pay our life insurance premiums?" "Murray, of course I paid our life insurance premiums." "Did you mail our pledge check to the synagogue?" "Oy vey, Murray, I forgot to send the check." "Thank goodness, Ethel, they'll definitely find us." It's different here. Our budget is fairly simple. It totals around $430,000 a year. Lest you think that's a lot of money, there are four UU congregations in Massachusetts that are almost exactly our size. Their average annual budget is almost $600,000. We do a lot with a little. $430,000 works out to about $1,800 per member per year. It sounds like a lot. I know. It's this. The props. It's a daily cup of coffee, courtesy of my wife, and about 2/3 of a muffin. So that's it, about $5 a day. We know that some members can't afford $1,800. There are people in this sanctuary right now who graciously, generously, and very quietly help make up the difference. About that $430,000, around 75% of it is staff compensation. That's pretty much what UU churches allot for compensation. The rest goes into maintaining the building, paying our dues, the office, the committees. It's not complicated. All the work we do to raise pledges, plus the $50,000 we get from our ministerial fund each year, more or less covers compensation. We have some rental income. Then there's what is affectionately known as the gap, the money we need to raise in addition to pledges and rentals. It's approximately $75,000 a year. This has been the case for the last 5 years, at least. We just haven't done a very good job explaining that. Last year's fundraiser, the fully fund fiscal year 2023, FFFY23, frankly, some of us thought we could have added another F, was a shock at $80,000. We vowed not to do that again, so here's the rub. As usual, the number is the same again this year. The difference is we're telling you now instead of waiting until April. We're scheduling fundraisers and events now to hopefully avoid a large spring ask. And that's our plan for the future. Schedule fundraising earlier in the church year. The spiritual exploration fundraiser added $10,000. The fall ask has only raised about $15,000 so far. We need your help. The bottom line is that with your generosity, we made our goal last year. We simply need you all to give at least as much this year as you did last year, hopefully add a few points for inflation. And we'd like you to do it sooner rather than later. We also need some of you who may have not contributed in the past to jump on the bandwagon. You can mail a check, use the donate button on our website, or the QR codes in our order of service. Please help us reach our goal. Thanks. If you do it, I'll do 5 minutes of stand-up.